Here's some great news for you. If you are thinking about buying a home anytime soon and you have decent credit and you haven't purchased anything major lately, like a vehicle or something like that, you can probably buy a house with no money. darlacansell, real estate agent with Real Broker, servicing all of Louisiana if you are thinking about selling, and predominantly Acadiana if you are thinking about buying. So if you're thinking about buying and you have been employed at least 2 years and your credit is decent, it doesn't have to be great, it may not even have to be good, it has to be fair, and you haven't bought anything major lately, like an expensive boat, or you haven't financed a new vehicle, you haven't bought a camper, any of those things, the likelihood is you probably could qualify for 100% financing. And so if you've ever heard of a rural development loan or a USDA loan, if you are looking to buy a home anywhere between Lafayette, Lake Charles, as far down as Cameron, and as high up as far north as Alexandria, pretty much anywhere that's considered rural is anything outside of the city limits of Lafayette, Lake Charles, Alexandria, New Iberia. Okay? That qualifies for what's called a USDA loan or a rural development loan. So Scott, Dusson, Rain, Iota, Egan, Evangeline, Meir, Iowa, all those places that are outside of the major city limits of Lafayette and Lake Charles are considered rural areas. So even inside the city limits of cities like Eunice, Crowley, Rain, those are all considered rural. And so you absolutely could qualify for 100% financing. So what is the very first thing you should do when you're looking to buy a home is align yourself with a real estate agent like myself who sells lots and lots and lots of homes and who closes lots and lots and lots of deals, right? So you align yourself with a real estate agent. That real estate agent should be able to then recommend some great mortgage brokers, great lenders in the area that can pre-approve you for whatever your budget may be. And then once you are pre-approved, that agent, that realtor, will be able to show you any house anywhere in Louisiana as far as they're willing to drive. All right. And so if you're pre-approved, let's say for $200,000, and you're looking to buy a home in the $200,000 range, that's what happens. And it's fun and it's exciting and it's doable when you have a real estate agent on your side who loves to negotiate, who is great at closing deals, and will do what's best for you as the buyer. And so how do you get 100% financing? If you qualify for a rural development loan or an RD loan. If, let's just say your debt to income ratio is pretty high, and maybe your credit is not really good, maybe it's fair, maybe it's pretty pitiful, right? You hear about all the time people qualifying for an FHA loan. So an FHA loan, usually the reason people qualify for FHA loan and not a rural development loan or an RD loan is because their debt to income ratio is a little high, or their credit score is pitiful, which is okay. Listen, if your credit score is pitiful, shit happens, right? People get divorced, people lose their jobs, people spend frivolously sometimes. Back in the day when I didn't know any better, my credit score was pitiful too. I mean, it happens to a lot of us. And so if your credit score isn't that great, don't feel bad about it. Come up with a plan to fix it. And so if you think your credit's too bad, or you think your debt's too bad, or whatever the case may be, the smartest thing to do would be to call a real estate agent that you trust and say, please set me up with a mortgage broker or a lender who could give me some steps to do so that in the next couple of months, my credit is where it needs to be and I can buy a home. If you are renting and you are out of college and you've been working for a while and you're still renting, listen, this is my personal opinion. It does not matter what the interest rates are right now. You are paying 100% interest on something that you will never own. So the interest rates right now, if your credit's decent, are probably in the 6s and 7s the last time I checked. But you, if you're renting, are paying 100% interest on something you will never own. So I don't care what the interest rates are, because the fact of the matter is, in 5 or 10 years, if you're still renting, renters, you have no control over your fate. The people who own those houses can raise the rent at any given time. They can decide to sell that house at any given time, and then you're back to square one. So the smartest thing to do is to have something that you own, and even if it is not something that you want to live in forever, you can sell it when you are ready to move and get back all the money that you purchased the house for if you take good care of it. You're building equity in a house. It's not like buying a vehicle. The minute you drive a vehicle off the lot, it has lost equity. A home, if you take good care of it, think about the prices of homes 5 to 10 years ago. There is no comparison in the prices of homes 5 to 10 years ago as opposed to now. Why? Because as the cost of living goes up, the prices of houses and inflation and land, all of that is going to continue to go up. So if you bought a house 5 years ago and you're thinking about selling it now, you have a whole lot of equity in that home and you're going to make money on it, right? So when's the best time to buy? That's the question I get all the time. When's the best time to buy? Yesterday. When is the best time to buy? Yesterday. Because the prices are not going down, all right? So if you're thinking about buying, number one, set yourself up with a real estate agent who you know, like, and trust, who has closed lots and lots and lots of transactions. Just some background, it will be 7 years in February that I have been in real estate, and I have now closed over 600 transactions. Over 600 last time I checked. So I close lots and lots and lots of deals. I get things under contract, and I do what's right for people. So you want someone on your side that knows what they're doing, right? Have an amazing day, and remember this, in real estate, there are no stupid questions. The only way you're going to learn is if you ask. Everything I'm teaching you now, 7 years ago, before I got into real estate, I didn't know any of this stuff. None of it. I learned it, and I know it like the back of my hand because it's what I do every day. So you don't need to be the expert if you have a real estate agent on your side who knows what they're doing. Y'all have a fabulous day. Take care.